guys can see into my closet that much. I'm still attempting to not feel awkward while doing an intro. I don't know how to say hi without feeling weird and cringy and fake. Today, if you couldn't already tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be recreating the makeup that I had on from my senior pictures from high school. I've had this idea in my head for a really long time, and I've really wanted to do it, and today's the day. I'm going to be posting a shorter version on TikTok, so if you guys want to go look at that, I'll link it in the description. I remember most of the products that I used, so I'm gonna walk you through basically like all the products that I still have that I used and that I still use because I like them. I'm gonna take a little bit more of a modern take on it though. Like, I'm gonna recreate the makeup, but also like tweak it a little bit, like just perfect it a little bit more. But yeah, this should be fun. I'm excited to start playing with makeup again and be creative with makeup again. I feel like I left it for so long and I just love doing it, and I don't know, feeling creative again, which is really good. So let's get into it. So I totally forgot, but I want to pluck my eyebrows before I start. I meant to do it last night, but I was so tired and I was doing so much work. So I'm going to pluck my eyebrows now really quick before I start, and then we'll get into it. I think that took like 30 minutes. I hadn't done my brows in a very long time, so they were looking really messy. I don't know if you can tell in the clip before that. So now we're gonna jump into the makeup. Okay, I changed out of the shirt that I was wearing because I figured when I finish the makeup, it's gonna be hard to take off the t-shirt that I was in, whereas I could just unzip this. So I'm simultaneously filming the TikTok version of it, so it's like a little behind the scenes. That was a TikTok. If you hear someone talking in the background, I'm watching YouTube videos as I do this. Oh, I forgot to put my light up. For reference, this was my senior picture. It screams very... I just rewatched that clip back and it's so funny. I kept replaying it. I was so pissed. I was pissed for like 2 seconds. Let's try this again. I had a very like warm tone eyes. This is very 2019, I feel. There's no blush. It was strictly bronzer, contour, highlight, and you can tell the nose highlight is literally down my nose. It was kind of slay though for the back then. I'm gonna start on my brows first. The lighting is a little white on me right now. This lighting set up for my phone, but I don't know how it's working well on the camera. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 5. This is my favorite pencil to use. So I'm just doing my normal like brows. Definitely different than the brows I used to do back in high school. That was all dip brow, girl. I would alternate between the dip brow and the Anastasia brow wiz pencil, I believe it was. And I did start realizing in high school that dip brow was a bit too much, so I did gravitate more towards the Anastasia pencil in moments where I needed to do my brows and I didn't have brow wiz. The brow was, and honestly in the senior pictures it genuinely looks like I used dip brow. Those were really dark, sharp brows. Okay, now to set the brows, I'm gonna use the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit, which is like their gel. It is honestly so good. Honestly though, I think my favorite brow gel is the Rem Beauty brow gel, but I haven't gotten a chance to restock on it, so this is my next favorite for sure. I also love their Fluff Up brow wax that comes in a bottle. Now I'm just gonna carve the brows a little bit with some NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Okay, so I'm just priming my eyes with some concealer right now, and then we're gonna get started on the eyeshadow, which is honestly one of the biggest stars of the show, of this look. I am very excited to do the base too. I need to find like a black shirt that will kind of like emulate the black cover that they gave me for the picture, because what I had on was not a shirt, it was like a cover that they put on. So jumping into eyes, I can almost guarantee that this is the eyeshadow palette that I used. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and this palette is probably from 2016. And I can almost guarantee that I used this like brown shade here. I don't know if I used that gold shade from this palette. It could also be from the, I could have also used the Jaclyn Hill palette if I'm being fully honest. The shimmer from the Jaclyn Hill palette might look a little bit more like the shimmer that I had on my lids. I could have used like, I think maybe I used some of these browns, but for that gold shade, I'm really like wondering. I don't think it could have been this one. That one's like a little too dark. Don't pay attention to my missing nail. I'm just gonna find whatever the gold suits best, but I think maybe I'll use both. They're super expired, but 2019 me would love this. So I'm looking at the picture. The gold that I have on my eyelids in the picture isn't as bright or as light as I thought it was. I thought it was more of like a yellow champagne gold, but it is more of like a darker yellow gold. I'm literally looking at the picture right now so that I can make this look as close as possible to the look that I have on. So I feel like this is kind of do or die right now. Go. Okay, I'm so scared. Then with one of these lighter browns right here to just start off. I'm not gonna lie, that color went on really nicely. For being however old this is, I got this when this palette came out. So however old this palette is from when it came out is how old this palette I have is. Okay, so now taking the Too Faced palette, this brown right here is like a tiny bit darker than the browns that I just dipped into the Jaclyn palette. So I'm just gonna like directly put that in the crease just to kind of deepen it up a little bit, give it a little bit more depth, because there is definitely depth in the eyeshadow that I have in there. And then I'm going to blend this all out with a more of an orangey shade, which I can 100% tell was from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, so now comes our orangey color. And honestly, I feel like this one right here is a little bit too orange. I feel like I didn't use that. I think I either used this or I must have used this one right here, but that one looks a little too dark. So I think I'm gonna go in with this right here. I think that one's good. Okay, so I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I would have used for eyeshadow because I just can't pinpoint it. I want to say that it was a mix of this Laura Geller highlighter and maybe this eyeshadow right here. So I think I'm going to do that. We'll see. I had to put my camera to charge for a little bit because the battery was gonna die. But we're back. And I didn't do much. I just did the shimmer like I said I would, and then I added a black line of liner because I did do that, and that's very obvious in the picture. And then I just put some primer on. This is the No Problem primer from Touch and Soul. This is one of my favorite primers, and I wouldn't be surprised if I was using this primer in those pictures because I've been using that primer forever. We're getting into the base, and I'm so excited because I've discovered this maybe in middle school, maybe early high school. I basically don't use any other foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. Same shade I've always used. And this is the same exact foundation that I'm wearing in those pictures. So I think that's such a lovely moment. Obviously, this is not the same exact bottle I used. I've gone through various bottles, but there's not much left in this one. She's kind of holding on for dear life. And then I normally nowadays would blend with a brush, but I know that I for sure use a beauty sponge. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now, I know that there is definitely a better technique to applying this with a beauty sponge, which would be like basically painting the foundation on my face and then blending it, but Okay, now I'm going in with concealer. I'm going to use the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This is one of my favorites. It's just such a good, like, staple. Like, you can build it up. You can do really minimal of it. Okay, so concealer under the eyes is all blended, and then I just put some on my forehead and a little bit on my nose. I did that more so for me in 2019 because I don't really put, like, concealer to highlight anymore, like on my nose and stuff, so I did that more for her than for me. Now I'm going to use this Cab Cosmetics loose setting powder, translucent. I'm testing it out today because I know I've used it but I don't remember using it, and I want to see if it's good or not to see if I keep it, so I guess we'll see. Taking a clean powder puff. It's cute though, it's nice, I like it so far. I do look very colorless, but like, it's because I'm doing the base. There is something sharp in this sponge on the tip of it, and I don't know what it is, but I need bronzer. Oh my god, now. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless as well, because I was 100% using this back then too. I still am now. We're moving on to bronzer, which I could tell you with full confidence that I used the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer because I still use it and I know that's the bronzer that I'm wearing in the picture. Sorry if I'm being silent in some of these clips. I'm, again, simultaneously doing the TikTok, and the TikTok is gonna have an audio over it. I'm not talking in the TikTok. I'm doing bronzer. Here we go. Do you see how the corner, or like the end of my brow does that? Brow gel just, I don't know, my brows just have a mind of their own, and I end up having to put like fucking super glue on the tails of my eyebrow because the tail of my eyebrows will never stay put. Anyways, more bronzer. Now, I didn't have any blush on, that's for sure, but since we're doing a little bit of a modern take on it, I'm gonna do the slightest bit of blush, and I'm gonna use this blush from the brand Mael in the shade Sundown. It's very subtle blush. So hard for me to not put more blush on, and I feel like on this side I did a little bit too much because I'm so used to putting on blush now, and I love blush so much now, but back then you couldn't pay me enough to put blush on, and that is so annoying. But I mean, I guess we were all doing it, but like, oh, blush would look so good. Like, it adds so much color. I'm like, I want to put on my nose so bad, but then it's really gonna just not gonna work, so I'm gonna leave it like this. The next step would be highlighter. I need to put eyeshadow under my eyes because I definitely had that going on. And then I have to do my lashes, and then I have to do the lip combo that I had on. And I do remember what lip combo I had on. Using my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. I don't even know if they sell this stuff anymore. I really hope they do. This is what I have of it. This is the only one I've ever owned of it. This is extremely old, like older than when I was in high school. Like, I want to say I had this since middle school. But it is my favorite highlighter in the world. It just works so well for me. What can I say? Smoking, I'm putting eyeshadow on my lower lash line. If you look at the picture, I 100% had it. I don't really do this anymore. I feel like this was such a big thing back then though. It's not, it's cute though. Maybe I should start doing it again. I feel like it gives a little bit more dimension. I put a lot of highlight on. I even put nose highlight on. Hold on, let me move you so you can see. look at that. So guys, I'm so sorry. I'm getting used to this camera still, and I love the camera. I just need to get better at learning how to use it. Okay, so now for lashes. I definitely had strip lashes on, but I don't have any, and also my lashes are so much longer than what they used to be because of the lash serum that I started using. So I only have these like single ones, but I think they'll work because the lashes that I was using anyways were not like crazy big lashes, and they were kind of like, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I moved you guys over so that you could see. I put the single lashes on. Don't talk about the inner corner if you can see it. It literally, I kind of hate it. Kind of hate it, but I don't fully hate it. It's kind of cute, actually. It's doing the job. I look so much different in the vanity mirror, I swear. I don't know why it looks like I have zero color. That's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna go do it on the other eye. Okay, I successfully put on this individual lashes. That took a little while, but now I'm just gonna put on some bottom mascara, and then I am going to do the lip combo, and then we're done. Oh no, we're not done. I have to iron my hair to get the whole effect. I should have ironed my hair before. I was just too eager to start because I had been wanting to do this for like past couple of days, and things just kept coming up. So this is the exact lip combo that I used. This is the Kylie Jenner True, actually, what is it? Brown Sugar. It's in the old packaging and everything. It's old. And then MAC Velvet Teddy, which was a staple back then. Let's go in with the lip liner. And then we're gonna go in with Velvet Teddy. This is 100% the lip combo that I use. This lip combo kind of makes no sense either. My lips kind of look gray. I think I may have put like a gloss on top because my lips look a little bit more glossy in the picture. Now I'm just gonna go iron my hair. I'm gonna actually spray some setting spray on, and then we'll be here for the big reveal. Here is the final look. I almost completely forgot to film the final look because I was filming the end of the TikTok, but this is my hair ironed. I had the black shirt on and everything. I'll try and insert a clip of the TikTok here so you guys can see like the full look with the black shirt and the pearls and all that. I honestly, like, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, why am I acting like I wouldn't wear this now? Sorry if you hear squeaks, it's my chair. But yeah, why am I acting like I wouldn't wear this makeup now? Like, it was a very simple, generic makeup, but I think I put like my own, like, modern flair on it now, like the way that I would do makeup. So I think that's why I kind of like the way that it looks. Not that I don't like the way that I looked in my senior picture, like the way that my makeup looked, but I would totally wear this out now. I don't know why I made it seem like I wouldn't wear this now, because I would, because it looks cute, and I would totally wear this out. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will link my TikTok down below so that you guys can see the shorter version of this if you want. And I'll catch ya in my next video.